Okay. Well, we decided to do, me and Stuart are volunteers at the hospice, have been for the last 5 or 6 years, and decided, as we can't volunteer at the moment because of the restrictions and the lockdown with the coronavirus, that we do something to raise some money. Because obviously you've been hamstrung on raising funds for the hospice because you can't have large gatherings. So we decided with the 26 challenge, which got a lot of publicity, and we realised that it was exactly 26 miles there and back from our village Parbold to the hospice here in Southport. We could do the 26 miles. It was my idea that we did it for 26 consecutive days. Stuart wasn't too sure about that bit. But he's glad now because this is day 26. Day 26 is great. So that was the initial idea, and we set a target, I think as Stuart's already said, about £500. And the support we've had from everybody has just been absolutely marvellous. Now, what we did as well, which is very significant, is that we did it in commemoration of our friend and neighbour of mine, Paul Quirk, who rode with us 3 or 4 times a week. And Paul sadly passed away on the 2nd of April. Paul was a member of Middletons Cycling Club in Ormskirk, and we went to the Velo Cafe in Croston 2 or 3 times a week with lots of other lads from the Northwest cycling clubs, from Bolton, Southport, all the big clubs in the Northwest. And sadly Paul, after a very short illness, died on the 2nd of April, and his membership for British Cycling expired on the 3rd of April, which is uncanny. But and Paul was of course cared for by Queenscourt, which is the other connection both to ourselves who volunteer here and obviously to Paul and his family. So we did it in memory of Paul, and the support we've had from Paul's family and from his friends and from lots of other cyclists has been absolutely tremendous.
Fantastic.
Thank you to all of them.
And the legs are still all right, Stuart?
The legs are still okay. I think they're about 6 inches longer than when I started. No, I've really enjoyed it. We've had a great time. We've had the weather. We've had no rain at all to speak of.
Fantastic.
A bit of wind, but apart from that, it's been absolutely
And what sort of volunteering do you do at Queenscourt?
I work on the ambulance, bringing day patients in on a Tuesday morning normally. Obviously we're not doing that at the moment, and John does various other things as well with the hospice.
Yeah, started off on the ambulance, but do lots of other things, home visits, daycare and stuff like that. And strangely enough, me and Stuart went to school together 45 years ago, and he said to me one day, "You got a new volunteer on the ambulance. His name's Stuart Dundas," and I'm Stuart Dundas. It's an unusual name. I used to go to school together like that, and it was him. And then I found out he lived about a mile from where I live. We've never seen each other for 45 years.
The rest is history.
The rest is history, as they
Well,
say.
listen guys, thank you so much for raising so much money. Hooray, brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah. Virtual high five, Queenie.
Hey.
Thanks guys, thanks for everything.
Thank you.